wanna go home? Cause I'm freaking out.
You are freaking out, man.
Apple TV Plus is doing what they do best, sci-fi wackadoo multiversal shenanigans. Because Dark Matter is shaken up to be another mind-bending watch. 2 Joel Edgertons, lost love, and an unnecessarily large mystery box.
What's in the box?
So buckle up, because we're going to be analyzing everything in Dark Matter for the next 8 or so weeks. What the initial setup is, mystery at hand, and crazy out there theories or small things we may have picked up. Now let's slide into Dark Matter episodes 1 and 2. Okay, so the initial setup introduces us to Jason Desson. From what we can gather, he is a former quantum mechanics physicist turned college professor who is your stereotypical family man. Has a decent job, a beautiful wife who is the head of an art gallery, and a teenage son dealing with teenage boy things like girls and getting his license. Through the brief introduction to Jason, it appears he is going through the motions of life, getting the idea that this reality, this clearly isn't what he saw his ideal future to be. He's not the rock star physicist his younger self saw him becoming. Instead, that glorious honor was bestowed on Jason's close friend, Ryan, who recently won the Pavia Prize, a prestigious award in the world of quantum sciences that comes with fame, notoriety, but most importantly, cash flow, baby. While celebrating together at Jason's local watering hole, the Village Tap, Ryan discloses all of this to Jason, offering him a job to work together, to create together, but unfortunately the gig is in San Francisco, a long way away from Chicago, so Jason says that he's going to talk to his wife about it. Now, while Jason has been going through his daily routine, there's been an ominous person following him. At bar close, Jason heads home, only to be threatened and kidnapped by this stranger, forced into a van, stripped, and then put under with some sort of syringe. Here is where the series really kicks off, revealing that the ominous person tailing Jason is in fact Jason.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason.
Huh? What? Excuse me? It's revealed that there are 2 Jasons. To keep them straight, I'm going to refer to them as Jason 1 and Jason 2. Now, Jason 2 essentially kidnaps Jason 1, steals his life, forcing Jason 1 to go live in Jason 2's reality. Classic Houdini. Let's stop to explain, because there is a lot happening without any really clear explanation. So multiple universes exist in this world, hinted at by Jason 2's mystery box, his documents, research, and fact that there are 2 Jasons, like a damn double mint gum commercial. Jason 2, for whatever reason, used this mystery box to infiltrate Jason 1's universe and essentially swap spots with him. Now, we don't know the full extent of why he did this, but the leading theory is love. In Jason 2's universe, we learn that he and Daniela didn't stay together. They instead followed their passions rather than start a family, which seems to be the what-if missed opportunity Jason 2 is seeking. So Jason 2 stabbed himself in the back over some sweet sticky buns, forcing Jason 1 into his reality. Did anyone else pick up on the Nintendo Switch sound effect transitions? No, just me? Okay. Jason 1, on the other hand, is your classic fish out of water. Everything he knows to be true is a lie, and is beyond confused by what the researchers are telling him. Heck, they claim that he is the founder and CEO of Velocity Labs, which I have a feeling is the company Ryan is going to build in San Francisco with the Pavia Prize money. Through days of confusion, Jason 1 eventually puts it all together that himself, Jason 2, was probably his kidnapper, unsure of why he would do such a thing. Again, leaning into love, he explains all of this with Daniela and Ryan from Universe 2, and they kinda sorta think he's full of shit. But Daniela tempts the idea. While all of this is happening, the set dressing does a really good job of showing subtle differences between these otherwise similar worlds. For example, all of the mirrors or mirrored imagery, even this one in Jason 2's home, could symbolize a wormhole, which I believe this mysterious box is using similar technology. Furthermore, Ryan drinks Diet Coke in both of these universes, but in one he prefers cans, while the other he drinks from a bottle. The best example of this, though, is the Village Tap sign, being a neon red in Jason 1's universe and then green in the other. This is a clever use of color because according to the color wheel, red and green are opposite colors, making my brain finally make sense of the red-green show.
So remember, if women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
Anyway, without knowing what the mysterious box is, we can chalk it up as a larger version of quantum mechanics theory that Jason was lecturing about earlier, superposition with Schrodinger's cat. If you aren't aware of this quantum mechanics theory, essentially a cat, radioactive atom, and a deadly chemical vial are placed into a box. When the box is shut, superposition is happening, claiming that the cat is both alive and dead at the same time, and only opening the box will reveal to the observer the outcome of the cat. So this entire concept is how Jason 2 essentially traversed into this different universe, and the cat's alive or dead decision at hand is whether or not Jason and Daniela stayed together. Unfortunately, things end in a not-so-happy ending for Jason and Daniela in Universe 2 because the Velocity henchwoman shows up to Daniela's, killing her and abducting Jason. I think it's clear who tipped off Velocity Labs. Ryan, when you got this text message. So I am not trusting him at all, but I'm curious if more is at play with this final scuffle, a reason why Daniela was killed. In Universe 2, we learn that Jason and Daniela didn't end up together. That's the cosmic difference between these two. And just as Jason 1 was getting close to her, she died. Was this the universe's way of keeping them apart? Like, this is fate, these universe-splitting decisions can never be reversed, almost like a canon event in Spider-Verse, or how 2002's Time Machine, Guy Pearce can't save his wife because it's fate, it happens no matter what. Right now, I don't have a ton of theories of what is really happening or where this is going because these first 2 episodes were kind of just laying the framework of the problem at hand. I'm not entirely sure why Jason 2 is doing what he's doing, but the obvious reason is lost love. He is getting the what if, shoulda, coulda, woulda life I think we all dream about. But is all of this because of love? If so, my lord, Daniela has gotta have a dynamite downstairs.
Hey, yo!
Obviously, Dark Matter is dealing with the multiverse, but I do think time is something that's being played with as well. Specifically, the fact that Jason 2 has presumably been missing for 14 months, despite him acting like it's actually not been that long. When writing in his notebook in episode 1, his makeshift calendar of events, observing, mentions that Charlie drove to school on Thursday, which is supposed to be the same day/night of family night, the reason Jason doesn't initially meet Ryan. However, in episode 2, Jason 2 looks at Jason 1's phone, and family night is shown on a Wednesday. Family night is on different days, meaning maybe Jason 2 is behind a day. Then again, when Jason 1 looks up Daniela's art gallery in episode 2, it shows the gallery premiere to be October 3rd. Later, Jason 2's phone shows it's October 18th, roughly 15 days. I'm curious if time dilation is playing a role in the background, explaining why all of these scientists claim Jason has been gone for 14 months, when in his point of view, it's maybe only been hours or maybe even days. I'm curious if anyone else picked up on this. Also, we gotta find out, what about these other 4 Velocity researchers that are missing? Like, what is their story? So far, I am fully into Dark Matter. This setup mystery switcheroo is interesting and heartbreaking, and I'm curious where the heck this is going. Like, are we going to see some weird multiversal universes where Jason 3 is like a big old lizard boy or something like that? I don't know, but Apple TV may have another winner on their hands. The acting, suspense, little breadcrumbs, and subtle multiversal changes between the universes, for example, the red and green opposite coloring I mentioned earlier, is great attention to detail. Also, from an outside perspective, I can see how tempting it would be to see other versions of my life. But I really think that it would be incredibly depressing. Heck, I just went through a breakup, so maybe I shouldn't even be watching the show, or the show is, maybe it's telling me something. That's everything for the first 2 episodes of Dark Matter. This feels very much like an initial setup, and I'm very curious with some of these loose threads where they will lead us. I'm digging it, despite every Apple TV sci-fi series dealing with very similar material. I mean, this whole Schrodinger's cat has shown up in like 3 of the series I've covered. But what did you think of these first 2 episodes? What sort of theories do you have on where this series may be going? And has anyone actually read the book? Like, no spoilers, please, but I'm curious how these stories stack up side by side because I have not read the book. So drop everything in the comments below. Like I said, I'll be here every week to break down these Dark Matter episodes, so subscribe to stay up to date on everything. Also, I have loads of content everywhere on the internet, so if it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or my other YouTube channels, give me a follow, please. It really helps me out, and I cannot appreciate it enough.